Anybody can get it. I don't know what you heard, but anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I come from the gritty, the slum of the city.
What up, man? It's your boy, PJ the Progressor, coming back to you with another Champions Fitness video. Hey, so if you watched my last video, you already know the Wow of the Week, so make sure you get it done. Also, in the last video, I mentioned I'll be doing a collab with High Def Fitness. I'll definitely put the link down to the last video in the description box. So make sure you guys go over there and check that out. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram at champions_physical_fitness. Make sure you follow at High Def DEF_FITNESS. So make sure you go over there and follow him. So today is a collab video. So what we're gonna be talking to y'all about today is actually integrated training programs. So I'm gonna give you the components, what it's gonna actually be about. Yeah, I messed up. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna keep it going. Anyway, I'm gonna give you the components, what we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna let him go a little bit more in detail about what they actually mean and everything of that nature. So, Stacy, come on.
Yeah, man, you're supposed to keep going and everything. What's going on? What's going on, world? High Def Fitness out here. Hey, what's happening, man?
So, like I said, this is High Def Fitness. Like I said, make sure you guys go follow him on Instagram. Page is right here. Make sure you go over there and follow that. So, like I said, we're gonna talk to y'all today about integrated training. I'm gonna give you the components, and I'm gonna step to the side. I'm gonna let him take the show and go a little bit more in detail about what they all mean. I probably will forget, but that's why he's here to correct me, because I definitely will forget. I suck at explaining, and that's what he's here for. All right, so as far as integrated training, the main 6 components definitely would be resistance training, power. I can't think what the other 6 are. That's exactly why he's here. Resistance, power, balance, stability, and core. So those are the main 6 components. And I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about each one of those. It's gonna be a quick little video, but make sure you pay attention. So take it away, boss.
All right, hey, real quick. Hey, how y'all doing out there, man? Hey, before I get into it, man, Stacy the Trainer, man, hey, reach out to me, westside9dude@gmail.com or High Def Fitness at gmail.com. Also, you can get at me at IG _High Def Fitness. You can always follow me for the latest workouts, tips and tricks, even a little bit of meal prep ideas if you want to get into it. And then also you can get into actually perfecting your workouts. Hey, so what I want to get into is exactly what PJ was talking about. What's built into an actual program to sustain what you want to get after your goals. So what I mean is your program built for success, right? Most people programs are built to plateau, so they come back to trainers and ask for more, right? So this is where we specialize in training your athletic demands to reach further goals, right? So obviously the foundation with any training starts at the platform with stabilization training. That's where you get into understanding the muscular endurance and flexibility, right? Highlight muscular endurance and flexibility, because this is what's going to carry you into the next the next platform of strength training, right? But again, flexibility, balance, stability, and muscular endurance all in the stabilization phase, right? And what you're doing there is really more of corrective exercising, learning how to do dynamic warm-ups, learning how to do stabilization exercises as far as joint stabilization, also getting into getting your mind right for working out, right? People always talk about mind-muscle connection. You really want to understand it's basically called neuromuscular efficiency. That's all it is. Just an understanding of how the mind works in connection with the muscles, right? So that's what you're really building. Core stabilization as well, right? The more explosive or the more powerful your core is, the more tight it is, the better you will perform, right? It also serves as a belt system, right? It protects the lower back, also some vital organs up there in the front, but it also provides you the ability to explode and do advanced training such as plyometrics, powerlifting and stuff. But we'll get further into that when you get to the top of the pyramid, right? So next after that, you got hypertrophy training, right? Hypertrophy training is nothing but putting on size. That's all it is, right? And keeping lean muscle, right? So again, it's not it's not what people anticipate what it sounds like as far as like lean muscle and then you're toning up. No such thing. It's called adding size to lean muscle, right? With a concentration of understanding what your nutrients are that you're taking in to keep the muscle lean and not putting in a lot of fat and carbs in your body, right? So you got that type of training along with supersetting, right? So now you're introducing more of a building muscular endurance with strength training or resistance training, and then you're collabing them together to bring in hypertrophy. That's all it is. Adding in extra sets, supersetting, fatiguing the muscles, and adding more size to it. Obviously, getting more size, you got to replenish it with what, guys? Protein, right? All right, so next, after that, you go into strength training, right? Strength training is nothing, it's just the maximal, well, not the maximal, but the given amount of load that you can push under force, right? So that's all it is. Strength training, right? Strength training starts with more than likely 3 sets, 3 to 4 sets, low reps. That's anywhere from 4 to 6 reps, and you can build a good platform with that. Again, it's heavy weight, low sets, low reps, right? Then you go into maximal strength. Maximal strength is where you're really building the amount of load you can push at one time under relative force, right? The maximal amount, right? So this is where you come in with your 1 rep bench press. This is where you come in with your 1 rep squat. Those things, the maximal amount of weight you can push at one time. Once you get into that, man, once you already got the maximal strength, now it's time to move into plyometrics, right? Plyometrics and balance training, understanding how to create a proprioceptive environment. What that means is it just got to be your environment, your training environment should be enriched in core stabilization, joint stabilization, neuromuscular efficiency, all those things that you worked on at the beginning of the workouts or the beginning of your 4-week program, moving into more of an 8-week and 12-week, 16-week program, right? So now we get into, like I said, plyometrics. This is the base. This is what's called power training, right? The amount of force you can generate at a given stance, right? So just like, all right, I know how to do box jumps, right? I know how to jump in place. I can do jump squats. I can do things such as that nature. All it is just explosion from your basic gravity up to a given point, right? Just in a more scientific way to explain it is just the contraction of muscles, right? The eccentric phase moving into the concentric phase, right? We're talking about shortening and lengthening your muscles in a relative fast amount of time, right? Think about burpees, relative, repetitive, quick, right? Explosion. So you work on these things and you train in different planes of motion, right? Remember, again, proprioceptive efficiency. Next, you go into the last base of training, and then that's called maximal power training, right? And this is more of strength and power combined. The maximum amount of weight you can push under load in an effective, concentrated manner in a quick, explosive way, right? So what's the movement that we do like that, PJ? What you think one is, man? All right. I try to catch them off guard. Think of Olympic lifting, all right? So before you even get to Olympic lifting, like I said, you got to start way at the bottom, understanding joint stabilization, neuromuscular efficiency, good old joints. I said joint stabilization, core stabilization. Let's see, what else? Your muscular endurance has to be good. A lot of things. You got to be able to produce that power to move into maximal power. And then you got to have a good range of motion and good joint flexibility. Obviously, if you're doing Olympic lifts, it's just quick movements at a given time. Say if you're doing a snatch, right? It's just going straight from a squat phase all the way into pulling it straight into overhead hang position. A lot of force generated. But yeah, so that's all it is, right? And what I really want to give you guys is that you guys were understanding how a program works, right? Most people get a 4-week program or an 8-week program, and most of it will be muscular endurance, right? And a little bit of core. Most people say, I need to go train core, or I need to go train little small things that doesn't even pertain to the program, right? So again, just make sure you have a well-rounded program, and what that includes is a start phase and an end phase, right? A goal and seeing where that goal ends, right? And then add in if you have to, a fancy word for it is metabolic conditioning, but also it's just called aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration. I got some workouts and some videos on that on my fitness page down there, High Def on Facebook, or you got it on IG at _High Def Fitness. If you guys want to get into that and understand the realms of anaerobic and aerobic training and how to train it, you know, shout me out, follow me, inbox me, DM me, whatever you need. Again, it was a good welcome, you know, being first featured on good old Champions Fitness page. I appreciate it. Thank you, man, for letting me get out here and inspire people to do what I do best. Again, shout me out if you guys need any workouts. Low price, costly, effective and efficient, and I'm out. High Def Fitness.
All right, so that was a quick little brief of what integrated training programs we're really talking about. We wanted to give you guys the meat and potatoes, but also kind of keep it short and sweet and not bore you guys for too long. So we will definitely be doing another collab probably on Instagram Live eventually to get more in depth, to answer more questions that you guys will have. So make sure you guys go follow both of the Instagram pages. So like I always tell you, man, hey, whether it's your first day in the gym or you got some time, man, believe in yourself, trust the process, stay committed and dedicated, and your hard work will pay off. Peace.
Eat copious amount of food.
Wanna see that body?
It's just a warm up.
King Kong ain't got shit on me. Yeah, I'm different as hell, harder than lifting the whale. I speak Spanish and you can tell, cause I'm steady giving them L's. El Chapo, my chopper for sale, I gotta get rid of the trail. Popping and dropping them shells, they got a career.